The Narrative of Mr. Abraham Jones. Note from the interviewer, G.L. Clark. A lot of water passes under the bridge in 112 years. I thought of that as I talked to Abraham Jones, 112 years old ex-slave, of the village Spring, Alabama. Uncle Abe says he was born August 1st, 1825 in Russell County, Alabama. He recalls the falling of the stars, the removal of the Indians from Russell County, and the settlement of Auburn and other towns in the section. His great age is not apparent in his looks, action, or natural faculties. His hair is thin white, and his hearing is good. When we found him, he was laying a flagstone walk in hard clay soil, and there was power in his swing of his pick and his tamping axe. His daily regular chores include milking cow and chopping wood. He described the phenomena of falling stars, an event that occurred when he was a little shaver about 8 years old, November 13, 1833. He says, "Yes, sir, I saw the stars fall. Some folks say they did never fall, but I see 'em. They fell just like the pitch from the torch. Zip, zip, and a big crack coming in the ground. I was sitting on the end of the porch, and I watch 'em. There were so many people crowding in the house, 'twa'n't no use for me to try to get in, so I just sat still. We had a big sill under the house, more than a foot thick. So many people crowded in the house till their weight broke the sill. They was crying and hollering, but the stars didn't hurt nobody. They just fell and went out, and I don't know where they went then, maybe into them cracks in the ground. The cracks stayed for a long time, and it was dangerous for people to go about at night. They may fall in the cracks. One of them, I remember, was 2 feet across and so deep they couldn't find no bottom with a long pole. I reckon them stars kept falling for about an hour. Folks thought it was end times was coming, and everybody got right after that. Back at that time, the country was not settled much. There was a lot of Indians. My grandpappy was full-blood Indian, but I don't know what kind. The Indians was good people, but they thought you had done them wrong, they'd unalive you. I saw some of them when they left that country. They women carried the babies in some sort of sack, hung down in front of them, and the men carried some of the bigger children on their shoulders. They didn't have no property, just lived wild in the woods. A few years after the stars fell, a parcel of people from the other side of Columbus, Georgia, moved over and started the town of Auburn so they could have a place for school. Before the war, my people took me to Blount County, and when the war come, they left me to run the grist mill. I was the first man in Alabama to try to grind a bushel of oats. I grounded them too. A lady brung the oats and asked me if I could grind them, and I told her I would try. She said they didn't have nothing for the children to eat. I grounded the oats and told the old missus, "I know just how it is, and I'll be glad to give a peck of meal if you would use it." She says, "Of course I will. Just put it in with the oatmeal, and I sure will appreciate it." Her husband was off at the war, and she didn't have no way to feed her children. I was working on the road for a long time after the war, and was telling the men about that when her son, hear me, she had told him about it, and he went home and told her he found me. She sent word back for me to go to the house and let her see if I was sure enough that was the same man. So I went, and when she seen me, she say, "Yes, he the same man." And she called her husband and the children and told them about it. Her husband say, "Well, there is just one thing we can do. If he ever need a place to stay or victuals to eat, we must see that he gets them." In slavery time, I belonged to Master Frank Jones, and Timothy Jones was the overseer of that place. Frank Jones had 2 plantations, the one where I was born and another close to Columbus. People ask me sometimes what kind of house was I born in, and I tells them I wasn't born in no house, and I weren't. I was born in the middle of the big road. It's getting to where it's mighty hard for me to go now and do work to make something for us to eat. I can't get about so fast, and my head bothers me a lot. I've been working for a long time now, and you does get tired after 100 years of working.